Hello and welcome to my small low energy retreat.
Thank you, Elaine, for inviting us into your thermally efficient home.
Yeah.
I believe you had this house architecturally designed to meet your requirements of efficiency.
Yes, I did. Well, first of all, I'd been looking for a block for about 18 months and it had to be north facing and able to take advantage of the things that I'd learnt on my efficient electric home.
Excellent.
And so this was north facing, and the next thing that the first thing the architect did was a sun study. So look at the arc of the sun, then figure out where to put the house.
So from the grassroots up, this house was designed to be efficient.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm old, I don't want to pay bills every month.
I think that makes all of us, and not just...
Yeah, that's right. So, and I found him really good because I knew exactly what I wanted, and he just made a drawing that was appropriate. The only change he made was to, he had the hallway to the bedroom and the bathroom at the front because he was focusing on sun. Mm-hmm. But I wanted the sun to go into those rooms, not into a hallway before them that had walls.
I noticed the house was quite comfortable. Is that because of the thermal mass in the building?
Yeah, so by the time you get to winter solstice, the sun hits the back wall.
Ah, excellent.
And in summer, it doesn't come into the house at all.
Is that because of the wide eaves?
It's because of the wide eaves. I mean, there's a problem around the equinox, and I think that has to do with climate change as well. You know, I can walk into here and think, oh, it's hotter than I expect at the end of March or the beginning of April. But apart from that, it's usually always temperate.
I believe you have a large amount of insulation in the building?
Oh yes, yeah. So basically it was insulated to the max. So R6 in the ceiling and a 1.3 R1.3 foil wrap, and then stuffed into every possible aperture. It was great.
So even on a cold winter's day, it's comfortable? It's
pretty comfortable. And if it's not, I'll get a rug out. The other thing is that the concrete itself is insulated.
Oh, excellent.
So insulated on the edges and also underneath.
I noticed when we came in that there's 2 doors entering into your house.
So that airlock helps to keep the house temperate, a constant temperature. The prevailing wind comes through the front door, so often when I arrive here there's a bunch of leaves and sticks greeting me at the front door. And so what I tend to do, whether it's in midsummer or midwinter, is I park the car, come in, to bring everything in, close the front door, and then open this glass door into the house. Because I've been into so many houses where I'm wondering, why do people just have a front door into the living area? Or they're not closing out the outside weather. So they have to pump up the aircon in order to get to that constant temperature again. So it seemed to me that this was a really good idea. And it's also a mud room, and I've got a horizontal tool shed there, so
excellent.
That's a good thing.
So it serves multiple purposes.
Yeah.
So how do you actually warm the house in winter?
Well, with the aircon, and if it's really, really cold, I'll go to bed.
Yep.
You know, I've got a couple of rugs.
Yep. An extra jumper.
And an extra jumper, yeah. Because I think it's about behaviour as well as the right renewables. I think it's about changing how you live as well as changing what you build.
Excellent, yeah. There's a lot to the point of having the right envelope.
That's right. And
trying to live in a t-shirt as opposed to living within.
Yeah. And, you know, I've got a leaky house in Melbourne in terms of built in 1895. I've retrofitted that thing till I've run out of puff, but it's got nothing on this because there's always somewhere that's leaking air, whereas this is really, really airtight.
I noticed the windows are double-glazed.
Yeah. Now, the double-glazed windows are terrific, and especially in summer, because, you know, if you have a few bodies here in summer and you've got a constant temperature and there's not a lot of airflow, it gets a bit full of carbon dioxide. So every night, what's terrific about Yay is you can go to bed hot, but there's always a cooler temperature. It always drops in temperature. So this sort of tilt and turn is, I think, amazing. And leaving these open at night is just terrific.
So you can purge all the hot air out.
So when there's a lot of people here, it's really good. I think the architect had some really good plans. So I can either open the front door and open the airlock, or open the east-facing window in my bedroom and open this window and get really good cross ventilation. You get a great breeze through. Oh yes, the frames are thermally broken. They're UPVC. And I decided early on that I wouldn't put money into the furnishings for the house. I really wanted to test what I could do with the house itself. So all my furniture is second-hand except for the table, and I had to wait for these to come from England, and I think probably now you can get really, really good ones. I mean, UPVC is cheaper than the high-end windows you can get in Victoria, but they're still expensive. But you know, in the end, I think the windows cost, and this was before COVID, the windows cost $16,000.
But you've recouped that in energy savings.
Yeah, so I'm at the stage now I probably wouldn't get a battery because I'm only using 2 or 3 kilowatts a day.
So by using what energy that comes into your panels effectively, you're massively reducing your energy consumption in the way you live.
Yeah, and the way the house is built, with the hallway down through to the bedroom, you could actually wall the bedroom off and put another bedroom on if you wanted to. So you could make the house bigger if you wanted to. But that was another principle for me. Why have a big house? So the house is built with 1 bedroom, and this little room in here was going to be the battery room, and I've turned that into a bedroom. It's a tiny room with a tiny fold-down bed, which I bought from the neighbour. So, you know, really, sometimes things take a lot longer, and I had to wait 18 months to build a house to get the builder I knew would be able to build it. And things just take a lot longer, but that's good for renewables as well. Sometimes you find an alternative.
I noticed that you've done other things to the house. What additional things beyond the original thoughts that you had? Well,
I had to buy an air conditioner, and that was an interesting competition. No, not a competition. That was an interesting object lesson in itself, because people who sell air conditioners sell them on an algorithm that uses volume, but they don't sell it on an algorithm that uses intentionally insulated and airtight houses. So the air conditioning man said I needed 1 to 2 kilowatt system in each room, like in the bedroom and out here. And I said, no, I'll use 1 2 kilowatt system for the whole lot.
That's very small.
I know, but it works. And I think having fans is really important. And I learned about heat pumps, and I couldn't afford the expensive heat pumps, so I bought the cheapest one and thought, well, when it burns out, I'll get another one.
This is for your hot water service?
For the hot water service. After 5 or 6 years, it hasn't burnt out yet, so no big deal.
Okay. And tell me about your window coverings.
Well, I don't have any window coverings in this main room because there's no one who's overlooking me. I did buy some honeycomb blinds for the bedroom. They're expensive because they had to fit into the frame of the UPVC windows, but I've just bought them for the bedroom.
So how are you sourcing your electricity for the house?
So, yeah, to help with electricity generation, I've got a small solar system with no rebates, and I use it during the day. Yeah, that's the main thing.
So you've built your lifestyle around what's comfortable in the house.
Yeah. Well, low energy use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low foot. I was going to say small foot.
Low carbon footprint.
Yeah.